Good morning, everyone. It is, Thursday morning? I've got so many video clips I've shot on the house remodel and all that last couple of days. I don't know where we're at or where this is even going to fit into the video. Let me show you the bathroom. We got to probably get that pretty much wrapped up today. It's turning out nice. And then Jack and I are going to head down outside. We got to find the septic tank, and I don't know where it is. So that's going to be a little bit challenging, but I can show you a few tricks from a man who has put in a couple hundred of those. It is looking good in here. New porcelain wall sconce. Mrs. W said it looks like a hotel. I have to agree. So, we're getting close. Jiraiya has been invaluable helper with this. Has actually been doing a lot of this stuff while I've been working on stuff outside. Got the shelving in, got the toilet set, got the new floor in, and working on all the trim, and we got the shower in. So all of that. So today we will be putting in a beautiful blue Vanity with I think it's Corona marble top. Very nice. We found it online, but it was a good price, but it was a really nice little unit. I replaced all of the old bone colored GFI plugs with the white ones and the switches, and we're working on the baseboards and just all those little things. So light fixtures will go in today as well. A couple sconces and some drywall repair. So I'll bring you back to that in a minute. So let's head outside and get going on that excavating. What Papa's done for you?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
I've got you a swimming pool.
Hooray! Can I try it?
Go look.
Wow! Can I try it?
Yes. What are you going to do in it?
I'm going to splash in it with Bunny.
Do you like cold water?
Yeah.
Good.
And Hubby was join and Hubby wants to join me.
He can join you.
Okay. I should jump in the swim pool.
Of course you can. Would you like some help?
Yeah. I can try it.
You can stand. It's not very deep. You can splash all you want. Jack, you want to fire that up and get on, set up on down there by the where I've got the shovel?
Right.
And we'll see what damage we can do. Hopefully we won't break the septic tank.
Hopefully we won't do any damage.
So here's the Vanity. So Mrs. W found this online. It's got it nice, already ready to go. I thought this was a cool way to ship it. How do I open these? They actually took the pole handles and reversed them. They're on the inside. I don't know why I think this is such a big deal, but I just thought that was so clever. A good way to for shipping something. Not dovetailed drawers, but still nice. I think it looks pretty good. I like the color. It's gonna be a hot one today, I fear, Jack.
And I'm already tempted to take off my hoodie. I mean, it's only 8:10.
Oh, it is gonna be hot today. Let's get our work done early so we can quit early.
Have a siesta.
A siesta indeed. Let's see if you've inherited your father's lack of ability of pouring liquids without spilling them. As Granddad always says, just keeping the dust down. So Jack's becoming a pretty good operator. Normally I'd let him do the digging, but this type of work where you're trying to find something, the hydraulics are so powerful. If you haven't developed that sense of where you can feel it from hours and hours of running equipment, I'm a little reluctant to put you on that, unless you really insist. What do you think?
I think I can practice with non-important things first a bit more. Because I haven't done it since last summer.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. So he'll spot for me, and we'll start digging. One of my favorite things in the whole world are these Apple Gen 2, what do they call these things? Earbuds. They are so good. They have sound canceling. It's so good that it's good enough where if you're running tools or saws or tractors, it's more than enough. And you can listen to your audiobooks while you're working. You're going to stand here on the backside and kind of watch this. and you're watching right at where the teeth go through. And if you hear like a scraping or see something that's kind of funny, that's unusual, stop me and grab your shovel and just kind of pick at it and see if you can see what it is. What are you doing, my love?
Well, I want you to dig all the way over there.
Do you want to watch us dig?
Yeah.
Okay, you stand over there where it's safe.
Someone's in big trouble for leaving her mom.
So Jack, how you do this is you come in and just kind of just go like that, and when you look down, you can see, okay, that's just hard pan there. So you just have to just jump in and just kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, scrape it, and then give me the go ahead.
All right.
Yep, I think we got it. I felt the lid. You can feel the difference between a flat lid and concrete. Boy, that is so dark here. Let's straighten it up for you. Is there any hope here?
Not really.
The sun out here is so bright I can't see anything. But that's definitely the lid there. So your newer, this is a newer system. What tells me that is the fact that there's, oh goodness, sorry, that there's this. That's not something you're gonna see, this style of pipe from an old system. Some of the old systems were steel tanks, but I don't think they use those anymore. Most of them are concrete. So that definitely feels like a lid. Can you see any edges there or get some idea where we're at on it? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do next. So we got that tank, it's still going, so we're somewhere in the middle of it. So I'm gonna reset and we're gonna come down, we're gonna go carefully alongside here. Make a mental note with your shovel at the depth of this. So this is all gonna be filled in with dirt as I pull this back. So make a mental note here, kind of look and see you're about 12 inches above the socket. And then when I get, that way you can kind of tell when we're getting close. Is that the lid right there? Is that shallower than the tank was, or the same depth?
I think it's higher than the other.
Hey, let me take this dirt out of here, right? All this stuff here, and see if we can find that edge. Looks like a piece of stainless rod there. I'm not familiar with this, what that would be. Why would that rod be in there? That's odd. Dig around there, see what you can find.
Why would that piece of tubing be in there anyways?
Man, I have done a lot of these, and I've never seen this before. You see that?
Well, where was the bucket?
Hey, what's Jack doing?
I don't know.
How come you're not down there digging with him?
Well, he's digging a hole and see what's inside. That's a walrus.
Is that for me?
No, that's for me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Are you going swimming later?
Yeah, I am going to swim later in there.
So Jack-
looking like Kurt Cobain.
And look how he ended up. So Jack keeps telling me that he needs a haircut, and I keep asking him if he's made an appointment.
And it's probably gonna continue
He's
on.
done, Dad. He's done, Papa.
Another 6 months, we'll be able to call Guinness.
Papa, he's done.
World record hair.
He's done.
He's not done. He's got to dig on that side over there.
Can you dig on that side?
Hey, you're not in charge around here, boss baby. Are you?
Oh, boy.
Oh boy. He's almost done. He's getting close. You are in a fine mood this morning.
No.
Where's Papa's beer?
It's unusable.
What?
It's unusable.
Unusual.
I thought she was saying amusable.
What is that?
I thought that was a chicken drumstick for a second.
Looks like a carriage bolt. All right, Jack, it's time to remove the lid. Is it too heavy for you? Now, don't hurt your back, but can you move it? Don't let it fall back in the hole. Whatever you do. Ooh. Just gently lay it back against the wall there.
Backwards? Towards me?
Yeah, and it should be fine. That's a septic tank that's overdue for pumping.
Then put my hands on the sides. Okay. Straight up.
I mean, you lift it straight up, and I'll move the styrofoam and the pallet.
Slide a little bit to your right. Nice shot. Doing that in the furniture dolly.
Really watch those corners, Jack, on the walls, and those legs are going to be sticking down too.
Yeah. I've got my hands on these corners. I'm more worried about the legs too.
Just go nice and slow. Watch the walls.
Go ahead and pivot. Yep. Nice and square there. One more stair.
Tell me when you're ready.
Up.
We're just about around.
One more stair here. Look at this current. 1, 2, 3, up.
Okay, let's take a break for a minute.
Get room cell. Okay. Ready? Ready. Okay, going in master.
Yep. Well, let's try it.
Well, the thing is the sinkholes.
Yeah,
I think you're right
I can
about that.
make sweet loaves, maybe.
Or do you want
Nope. It's not gonna fit.
a do-si-do in the master bedroom?
So what we might need to do is to get a dolly
I have
and flip it up on end. Take it in there and then lay it down. Come up a little bit more.
coming up,
A little bit more.
coming up,
A little bit more.
coming up.
We're gonna hit the granite now, though.
Yeah, we are gonna hit the granite, but it might be. It just might be the way it is. Okay, go ahead and come back to me.
Coming down. Put my foot under.
Now we are on the granite, but I think we're good. Or the marble. Yeah, that's great. Okay.
I'm gonna step in the room. Granite.
Nice.
Imagine if we'd gone all the way up here and then it just didn't fit.
Oh, well, I already took the tape through the whole hall and everything. I wasn't gonna play that game. Steady as she goes. I'm gonna have to. Can you lift up on
I can.
that edge? And I'm gonna have to tilt this left side out.
start lifting.
Okay, now that we're clear of the supply lines and the drain.
What is this?
I don't know.
You want to close the doors?
Yeah.
Is it pretty cool?
Here's the door.
What do you think?
Watch those fingers.
Sylph, what do you think?
Sweet love, can I ask you a question?
No.
Look inside. Why is the drawer latch or drawer pull on the inside? That doesn't make any sense.
No.
Should it be on the outside?
No, you should open this one.
It's baby proof.
Can you open this?
I can, but I gotta get my knife out. My sliver picker.
That's most people proof right
My
there.
sweet loaf sliver picker. Put in there.
I'm gonna open this one.
Well, I'm not gonna do that, baby, because I'm gonna run the chance of chipping it. So we're gonna let Jariah get back to work
Can
here.
you open this one?
I can't right now, actually.
How about a little bit later?
Yeah, a little bit later. I could probably open this one.
Do you think it's pretty cool, kiddo?
Maybe I can get to this one. That's just a tilt out.
Where's that tip out?
Tilt out, yeah.
So, what do you think of it?
I think it sounds very good.
Well, that went pretty well. Hey, I wanted to take a moment to thank all of you who reached out. And I don't know why I got such an influx of emails yesterday. At present time, I think I'm 1,200 or so. I've answered about half of those. Mrs. W's been helping me, and if I haven't responded to your emails, most of them are just well-wishers and a lot of folks. So it was so interesting about that. The emails is what I heard most from you guys was, it was a common theme. This is the first time, or I don't know why I'm writing to someone I've never met, or this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. And I can't tell you the encouragement that I've received from that. Sometimes I feel like a lone voice crying in the wilderness, and it's hard to understand when you're just looking at the analytics. I mean, you see the numbers and you know folks are out there watching, but the fact that you guys took time to share your personal stories, and especially to tell us how much the videos have meant to you, it is a blessing to us that is beyond measure. You know, sometimes it's easy to get discouraged with all of the attacks that happen. I don't talk about it a lot, but you know, there's people out there that are actively trying to destroy us and to destroy our families. You know, we've actually had people that have tried very hard to have our children taken away by contacting CPS and such, anonymous, of course, you know, people from out of state. I mentioned the other day that whenever I show any sort of a remodel as such, people call all the building inspectors on us every time. And they're not my neighbors. Someone said, oh, your neighbors must be real jerks to do that. No, they're from out of state. Several of them have come out of Texas, you know, so it's interesting. Interesting what type of a person would actually do that. That's pure evil. It's absolutely pure evil, especially when you're trying to hurt someone's family. But I don't worry about it. God knows what we have need of and has always protected us, and his hand of protection has always been on our family, by and large because you guys are praying for us, and don't underestimate the importance of that. So I want to thank you, and if I haven't got back or responded, I'm trying to wade through those, and Mrs. W is helping me. Also, my responses are going to be somewhat short, so I don't mean to be curt with you, but there's just such a massive volume. I answer the best I can. One thing that some folks asked me, hey, can you finish up what you were talking? The other day, you said you were going to do a two-part, some different job opportunities or some business opportunities that we can do in this upcoming economy. And we'll pick up on that right now. So one thing, and this is something my dad figured out a long time ago. My dad's got several real estate holdings and properties. And a few years ago, rather than renting the whole duplex or the whole building, he went in and broke up his built duplexes and his rentals into individual rooms, renting individual rooms with a common kitchen. Well, that's something that's kind of alien to us. I think most of us think, well, you know, we have this idea, we're going to move out of our parents' house and we're going to get our own apartment, maybe have a roommate, but the idea of multiple people being in one building is kind of unusual. You know, I mean, it wouldn't be my preference. However, when we start looking at the unemployment numbers and what's going to be happening in the next 4 or 5 months, I've heard estimates anywhere from 40 million to 60, even 70 million folks in this country will be unemployed by Christmas. So that's hard to understand. Those numbers are so massive, and it's hard to understand what a negative effect that's going to have on our economy. These people are going to have to make some compromises. These folks, if you don't have a job, could be me, you know, who knows, you know, the tomorrow's promised to no man. So one thing you might want to consider to do if you have some properties or even your own home is, I think rooms to rent is going to be very popular. And I know it is because my dad's doing it now, and everything's booked up all the time. So you might think about that. You know, you could, if you have a big home, or if you're a retired couple and maybe you've got part of your house that you're not using, or you could kind of convert some of it, or some duplexes, I think that's going to be really, really a good idea in the future. We're even thinking about, you know, Lord willing, if we can get the right property or find something where we could put a duplex on, is to build a large structure and maybe split it up into 10 rooms or so with a nice big commercial common kitchen for folks that can do that. You know, because most people would be able to afford $400 or $500 a month for rent versus, you know, what are you guys paying in the city? You know, I know when I was in the city with a studio apartment, it was like close to $1,200-1,500. So that would be a really good thing to do right now. I think that there's going to be a huge need for that. And I think if you had a good clean house, a safe room, and a place for people to stay, and a common kitchen for an affordable price, that would be a really good thing to do. The other thing, the other business I think is going to be in huge demand, and probably is about right now, is private armed security. It's not going to be for everyone, but if you have a background in law enforcement or military, even if you don't, you know, you don't need to have all that expertise. You know, like Henry Ford said something about, I don't need to know everything. I can just hire someone who does, you know, that sort of thing. So private security, I think, is going to be really good. There's going to be wealthy suburbs, wealthy homes. There's going to be a lot of business owners. Just go downtown Portland right now. I grew up there. I've never ever saw security guards standing in front of stores, and every one of them. People are actually running in there. Actually, I was up there not too long ago, and I struck up a conversation with the security guard that was standing in front of a jewelry shop off of Broadway in downtown Portland. Nice part of town, you know, high-end retail. Security guards everywhere. And I asked him, what's this all about? You know, I've never seen this before. He's like, what's happening are mobs of people are just pulling up, and we'll have like 12, 15 people will just rush in the store, break stuff, grab jewelry, and run out. Unbelievable. So that's forcing everyone to hire security. So if you have that means, that ability, you might want to look into it, figure out what's involved in that, because I think there's going to be a tremendous demand for that. There's probably going to be more demand than there is supply. So those two things, I think, would be really future-proof, and something that if you could get it in place now and start now, you would be positioned very well for the election. Right? I hope it doesn't happen, but I fear that it will. So, all right, I got to get back in the house, help Jariah. We got to finish setting all the fixtures and all of that. We got the septic tank pupper coming here in a minute. Don't know if you really want to see that. Not the greatest job. I did it for a while, so I appreciate how much work goes into it, but I don't know if that's going to be the greatest content. So if there's nothing else in this video, thanks for watching. Keep us in your prayers. May God bless you and your families, and we'll see you guys on the next video.